Cancer, thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. My name is Luciani. I'll be your intuitive spiritual guide for the week of January 14th to January 20th. Again, thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. I really appreciate you guys' interaction. So let's get right into it. So Cancers, Spirit Guide, what are Cancers? Messages for the week of January 14th to January 20th, 2019. Spirit guides, what are Cancer's beautiful messages for this week? All right, Cancers, this is really a cool energy because I see a lot of arcana and court cards here. So the energy is definitely looking to suggest to you something. You start off your energy for the week in this King of Swords in a reverse energy. Somebody is just being extremely cruel. Somebody, whether this is you or somebody in your environment, whether it's a relationship, family members, a boss at the job who's just a tyrant. They're very cruel. They're very barbaric, and it's just kind of like you go into this like, oh my God, I can't get out of this job or I can't get out of this relationship with the Six of Swords here in the reverse. There's like this inability to can't get away from this cruel person. And with this hangman here, um, you're getting some kind of higher counsel, higher advice. If you guys are like getting advice from like a preacher or a spirit guide or intuitive, such as mediums as tarot card readers or astrologers or any empath or getting Reiki healing. Some of you guys are like really interested into finding some kind of higher advice instructions, even if you're going into yourself to do this. You know, with this hangman here, you might even like go into your own higher wisdom to see certain things that are like really cruel to you. Um, or and if you're cross watching, you know, somebody might be feeling like this towards you, Cancer, where they feel like they can't really escape this like this cruelty. With this Ten of Swords here in the reverse, there is a breaking free. There is a new path. There is a regain of your power that can be established here. Um, from for others of you, this could possibly be you understanding that I might can't get out of this situation, or you're using your higher power, your higher mind to find out that, okay, I'm not incapable of like freeing myself from this now, but I could still regain my power nonetheless. So this could be a job where you're like somebody is just extremely cruel and you have to like rise above it from your higher mind because you can't really escape it right now. Maybe life right now isn't allowing you to just quit a job or a legal matter or a situation where you have to deal with this kind of person, and you're just like, you know what, I can regain myself. I can take my at least my power back. Just look finding different wise counsel. You gain your power back spiritually. You gain it back emotionally. You gain it back from such a higher mind just because this person is just overly ridiculously cruel. Um, with this page of wands here in the in the reverse, it's kind of like I'm sorry, did I say page of wands? Yeah, I did say page of wands. So with the page of wands in reverse, again, there's some sort of indecision about a project. It could even be you might be feeling like there's some unpleasant news that just comes in that you're realizing like I have to regain my power from it because this person is just a tyrant. in my life. Also, you guys could be possibly um talking to an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or this is the energy that you guys are kind of embodying. But for the most part, again, dependent. This lady have came out in every reading so far. Every single reading so far, Cancer. So again, as I was saying in some of the readings, it seems like we're feeling a level of dependence on somebody. We're also feeling a level of not trusting somebody, suspicious about their behaviors. In this particular case, and I'm saying that with all energies, it just seems like we are either dependent to somebody that we really feel like we can't really break free from, or we really truly feel like we don't trust somebody and they're very suspicious, and it causes us to feel like really not feel really safe with them. And because of that, that really you really to want to be accomplished is that you want this new beginning. You want this new beginning away from this cruel person, this person that is just kind of abusing their powers, right? And just they act in such a barbaric way. They're not reasonable. They're not, it's just very hard to get through to that kind of energy. And with the Two of Pentacles here, you're like still up in the air about it. You're kind of like still like, oh, that indecision, like, oh, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? And it seems like you stayed next to the Six of Swords energy next to it because you're feeling like you're incapable of leaving. But your future is saying something so opposite to that. Even though you might be feeling like you can't get away from this person, or some of you guys are finding harmony through all of the adversities that are occurring, however that applies to you. And your spirit advice, I mean, your future advice is saying there is regaining of power. There is new here. There is profitable advances here, no doubt about it. You're just feeling dependent on this cruelty person, but there's new beginnings. Keep in mind, please, Cancers, know that there is new here. Don't feel like you're tied to dealing with this kind of energy, whoever it is. Don't feel like you're binded to them or feeling dependent to them, or you're constantly recalling that you're dependent, because this is right next to that future sector. No, there's a way out. Oh, there's definitely a way out, and you're going to definitely figure out a way in order to do it, because you start gaining counsel from other people, or people that you respect or admire, that can help you with that. Some of you guys are just feeling really uninspired. You might turn into the fact that since you're starting to see a situation for what it is, like, man, I can't really get out of the situation with this person that I feel like is very cruel to me. And, there's a lot of obstacles and indecisions about it, because I, even though I had these new beginnings that are here for me in this profit and regaining my power, I still feel bound to this individual. I feel bound to this job. I feel bound to the situation where I'm dependent on them, even though I don't trust them, and it's causing me to be inspired. But spirit advice is saying no, there's definitely a decision that could be made that could be very profitable for you in the future, that causes these new beginnings. With the Fool card in the very end of the deck, you just start making right decisions, because you start going into hermit mode. You start realizing, like, I'm really not satisfied, or I'm not inspired by this person. I'm not inspired by this person. They're disharmonious, but at the same time I feel dependent on them. And you go into this higher mind and you realize that you do have a way out. You do have this profitable decision. If this is a job, guys, or if this is a career, you can switch careers. There is definitely profitable success from you guys. Don't don't reflect on the fact that you are dependent on this job because they pay X, Y, Z dollars. There's a new beginning here that can not only increase and be very profitable for you, very, very profitable and increase for you, but then you start to be able to have You feel good with your decision that you created. You feel good with leaving something behind that you felt dependent on for this new beautiful start in your energy. That's really good. Um, because when I pull out some additional tarot here, something that's just not really collaborative, not expanding in the way that you will hope for it. And with that Four of Earth here, and in reverse, there's some sort of it's not it's not the victory that you really wanted. It's still a victory nonetheless, but it's still not the victory that you really wanted. But it still leaves you at some sort of loss at the same time. It's still some sort of chance of dishonoring, or somebody, you feel like somebody is robbing you. You might even feel like somebody is really robbing you because their inability to like really coordinate with you and have that air element of energy of they're really volatile. They really don't know what to say out their mouth. They're really cruel. And it's like, yeah, it's still like this. All right, well, it's this job still pays my bills, even though they have bad ethics. They're really cruel to me. They're very barbaric. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, look, and the strength just pops out. In reverse, is you have to find your strength. Cancers, whatever your guys going through, it seems as though that you're going to have to fight this battle because someone is really abusing their power, and it's time to really yet again meditate, go into your higher mind, go into that hermit mode, right? Going into that hermit mode, relaxing, meditating, going into this higher mind because someone is just using too much of their overconfidence, their inability to just defeat you in a way that just leaves you just so heartbroken. This could possibly be a relationship where you really wanted for it to like materialize, but some of us make bad decisions on some of our partners that we choose in our life that just isn't really successful in collaborating and inspiring to give us these new changes and these new cycles and beginnings, and it just leaves us in heartbreak and just in repeated cycles because that they abuse their power. They're very wise, but they're abusing their power. If this is a boss doing this to you, whether this is a relationship, they're abusing their power, Cancer. And you really have to go into that higher, beautiful mind and know like there are new beginnings here. There are regains and profits here if you just choose the right path for yourself, for your greatest and highest good, not because of bills, but whatever your soul speaks. Going into that hermit mode, meaning like really ask yourself what's truly. I know my bills gotta get paid. Um, I know I gotta do this for myself, but what's truly calling me? You know what I'm trying to say. So thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. Again, I really, really appreciate you guys so much. And I will see y'all next week. Bye. Take care.